What's up, fellow movie lovers? In this video we're going to talk about a mixture of 10 facts and myths about the Child's Play franchise. Given that there's a new movie coming out in June this year, I thought I'd jump on the Chucky bandwagon. Let us know if you've heard some of these facts already, put them down in the comments. 10. Chucky actually had his own theme song, but it was so appalling it never got used. If you type in Chucky theme song into YouTube, you can hear it, but it is pretty bad. 9. Peter Jackson was asked to direct the third movie. This could be down to the fact that he'd worked extensively with puppets in Meet the Feebles. Another little link to the Peter Jackson world is that Billy Boyd was the voice of Glenn in Seed of Chucky. Billy Boyd was also the person that played Pippin in Lord of the Rings, directed by Peter Jackson. 8. Child's Play 3 was not banned in the UK. Many people believe that it was banned in the UK due to violent crimes around the time of its release, but it was not actually banned. You could still rent and buy the VHS in shops. However, they did stop it from being broadcast on UK television. 7. Chucky loses his right hand/arm in each of the first 3 Child's Play movies. It was shot off in the first film, ripped off in the second film, and sliced off in the third film, all during the final sequences. 6. As well as several other acting awards, Brad Dourif, the voice behind Chucky, is an Oscar nominee for Best Supporting Actor in The One That Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. 5. The first movie was originally going to be called Batteries Not Included, but Steven Spielberg took the name for his film, which was released earlier than Child's Play. They then changed the name to Blood Buddy, before it getting its name as Child's Play. 4. Child's Play 3 was supposed to have an army of Chuckies, but it was not possible on a small $13 million budget. The opening scenes where you see the factory workers cleaning out the old factory and a crane hoists up the exploded version of Chucky, making blood release into the vat of plastic, was supposed to set the story for multiple Chuckies being infected by his blood. I find this particularly interesting because this is now the concept being used in the cult of Chucky. 3. The idea from Chucky did not come from Robert the Doll. Claims were rejected by Tom Holland on Twitter, stating that he'd never even heard of Robert the Doll when he was writing the original story. 2. Chucky was originally called Buddy, not Chucky. This is interesting because they've used Buddy instead of Good Guy dolls in the remake due later this year. 1. The original Chucky was not a possessed doll. It was more of a story about Andy being a lonely child that confided in his doll like an imaginary friend. The doll originally had the ability to bleed, and you could buy accessories such as bandages if he should have an injury. Andy thought it would be a good idea to become blood brothers, cutting his own hand and cutting the doll's hand and mixing their blood together. This somehow makes the doll come to life at night, killing people who crosses Andy.
Don't fuck with the Chuck!
Oh my God.
As always, guys, thanks for tuning in, and if you want to hear more of my rambling on about films, hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you don't miss anything.